Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning. What's up, Eric? What's up, Jazz? Shane? What's up, Julian? Evis? What's up, Sandollar? Divert? What's up, Ghost Mode? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for the thumbs up, Julian. As you guys can see, we have done pretty good in the SPY pre-market. Of course, tech is kind of the main reason behind the rally this morning. You can see Apple's not doing too bad. AMD's up there pretty nice. Microsoft's doing really well, but the true badass move is Nvidia. We got Nvidia at a new all-time high. This red area that you see right here, that's the all-time high supply. So you can see just how far above they truly are. So you could say they have a lot of room underneath. So a lot of your tech weights are actually helping keep SPY up a little bit this morning. And we'll also go over the other sectors. Because you can see healthcare starting off a little bit lower. Comms are up pretty nice. They're not doing too bad. Financials are flat. And discretionary is flat. Everything's not really moving too much. It's pretty much just tech carrying the market this morning. Which, again, that's okay. Tech is the largest sector in the market. It's not like it needs another sector. But I do want to make everyone aware of that. Also, I hope you guys enjoy this new layout here. I didn't just add the watch list. I didn't just add my bigger time frame TA with all the levels and stuff. I also added some of the news that's coming out today that my bot posts each day. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. So now we don't have to keep going, oh guys, when's this, when's that? So hopefully now I'll start to remember to at least add this and at least a little watch list at the bottom. I'll try to fit SPY in there every time, but I don't think this will matter as much considering I'll literally be staring at SPY. But good morning to everybody in here. Drop a like on the stream. Glad to have each and every one of you in here. I'm about to share it around, actually. I just shared it around on Discord. Didn't even share it anywhere else. Glad to have you all here. We did not stream the last 2 days. Link to today's live stream. Hopefully a lot of you guys have been enjoying some of the content, though. Regardless of there being no streams the last 2 days, there's been a ton of videos for the members on YouTube, as well as some of the members on Discord, as well as, honestly, all the different information that's been posted in a non-video format. We posted free videos in Discord. We posted all kinds of free charts, all kinds of awesome information there. So hopefully a lot of you guys have been eating that up who joined. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Ethan. What's up, VC? What's up, Justin? What's up, Alexis? E? What's up, Driz? What's up, Hidden? Jay, how you doing? Everyone has a level at 400 on NVIDIA. Yeah, now they do. I would say if you see a breakout of 400 to watch every psychological level. And that could mean as much as like... Alright, so think about let's think about primary psychological numbers. I would say 400, 425, 450, 475, 500. Those are your primary psychological numbers. And then you can maybe sprinkle in a couple secondary like 410, 420, 430, 440, 450, 460, 470, 480, every tens. And then I'd say add a tertiary on there as well for a shorter term price action. So 402.50, 405, 407.50, 410, 412.50, 415, 417.50, 420, 422.50, 425. See what I'm doing here? And this is a really good technique for any stock, really, when you're pushing new boundaries you've never seen before, new all-time highs. And this is something you can do as well as add your previous day high, previous day low. As you get more information each and every day, like on NVIDIA, for everybody asking, by the way, if you're just now tuning in, for everybody asking, how do you get your levels now on NVIDIA now that we're at all-time highs? There's no emerging candles over here to go off of. You're right. You're 100% right. Psychological levels, like I was just explaining to you, as well as your intraday levels from your previous day, like adding your pre-market high and low is going to be pretty important today because that'll be some short-term information you have. But that's all you're going to have today is that and then whatever levels you make today. Going into tomorrow, though, you'll have way more information. 418 end of day, poll me. All right, let's do a poll. Should I do a poll of 416? Should that be the poll level? A close over or under 416? Should that be the level we do the poll about? Or do you want to do a different level? 416? Alright, let's do 416. Start a poll. Over and under. Bam. Ask your community. There we go. All right, go vote on that. Will SPY close over or under 416 by the end of the day? If I could vote, which I can't, if I could vote, I would personally say I'm going to say under. I'm going to say we somehow finish under 416. Even though it looks really good for bulls right now because we've broken out. There's two scenarios in front of us right now. We either come down, retest this, or any area here and get a good bounce, and we just reject this and stay in range, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's awesome. There's a scenario, though, from that bounce, though, that we do end up breaking that, maybe retesting it, whatever, you know. Come on. There's a scenario where we don't just stop here. There's a scenario where we do just, you know, push through this and maybe break it, maybe test it before breaking it lower. You know, whatever scenario happens there today. So 416, pretty damn important. Or 414, sorry. You voted under. I have no bias either. I do not take SPY call. I have no bias. Next sentence. I do not take SPY calls. But this is a good chart to go off of. If you guys noticed too in Discord, I shared the other chart, the bigger time frame chart on the smaller time frame, just to kind of show like, hey, look, we're passing a pretty good, you know, intermediate level, but we have a pretty big area of supply here. If you want to zoom out and see what is that, you know, you can see here, we've pulled back just slightly above this, and we're under this, so we're right here. We're in this in-between area right now, which again, blue area right here is from supply. This is from short-term resistance that we were just kind of highlighting to say, hey, we need to get over this or we need to get under this. When we were stuck in this range, we broke out. We failed to hold it. We had this nice drop yesterday, and now we're holding back above it. So it's either we break this or we hold this. It's essentially what's going to happen today. And then to the top side, it's we either break this or we just continuously reject it. And if we get a somehow doji day inside of this, which that probably won't happen, then that'll cause a even more indecisive Friday. So we'll have to see what happens then. But overall, the levels are super clear, super clean. You just got to be patient. I don't think you're going to get a super quick entry here at the open today after this nice pump. I think you're going to have to pay attention to see if you get a nice pullback here, or if we're just going to launch through 415.32, which in that case, you're going to definitely want to trade light because there's no telling when they want to pull back or if they're going to want to go smack that higher level up here towards the top of that supply first. You never know. Does tech have continued strength? That's a really big question today. Does Nvidia continue to hold this? Does it push higher? Does Apple, you know, push higher? Does AMD? Does Microsoft push higher? Does discretionary try to hold and push higher and actually show some strength behind tech? Same question for comms. Same question for you know, for any sector really. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Daffy. Oh, Daffy, did you go test again? Did you see if it worked or not? Also, guys, if you're tuning in, be sure to go to my channel. Go over to channels. One, if you're a member, you need to go through these videos. There's a ton of new videos for you here. Two, though, I would go to channels, and I would check out some of these guys' videos. Every single one of them posts really good content. Leland here especially, he just posted this video here. It's probably his best video now, guys. I'm not joking, and I sent him this too. I don't know what's getting better, his video making or his trading, because he's getting insanely good at breaking down things and having a clear, you know, explanation of, hey, this is what I'm trying to show you. So really, really impressed with this video, but I would 3,000,000,000% go give this video a view. It's not even about this 1,000%, you know, that might be the title, but the breakdown is insane. It'll show you just how strong the lead test is. So I would watch that video. Hey, thank you guys for commenting. I love this. Huh? Downgrading hater comment. Here, I got a Helen Keller joke. Helen, is this you? You want to post some dumb stuff? I'll post some dumb stuff. Bro, it did not move today. When did you take this? A few years back or what? Oh my god. Got like a conspiracy theorist in Leland's comments. What the hell? Right on, man. It's just like how I like hear that guy's voice after he comments something like that. Plus, it's Leland. Like, if any of you know Leland, you know Leland's not the type of person to like make up stuff. Like, Leland's like the most humble, like quiet, super nice teddy bear type dude you'll ever meet in your life. I'm not trying to make him seem like a sissy or anything. He's not. He's definitely not. I'm just saying, like, dude's really nice. You know, Leland's not the type to do those kinds of things in life. He's just one of those people. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. I see we only have 30 likes. There's almost 100 of you in here. What's up? But yeah, let me pin that video link though, guys. I'm not joking. That's a seriously insane video. I would say that's a pivotal video, and the content that's in that video has been pivotal for me here in the last year or so. To learn, not faster, but it definitely feels like I'm catching stronger setups because of this type of video, because of the content within that video. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's going to make you rich. I'm not even going to tell you it's going to make you successful, but you will definitely find higher probability setups if you focus on the content that's within that video. The lead test. A lot of you guys already understand it. True, I'm halfway through and he is explaining things very, very well. Exactly, John. You can see, you know, Leland has grown in his video making. Good stuff, Sandal. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, he is, man. But yeah, check out that video, free. He took his time to do it. I asked him to do it because I was like, man, that's a crazy trade. It's not even about the size of the game that I wanted him to show. It was just the trade itself. It shows a lead test and what's like the furthest possibility of it, you know. And we've shown you guys examples where lead tests don't work. We've shown you lead tests with very, very passive targets, just so you don't, again, aim for the moon every time you get into a trade. But again, that video is kind of cool, so you can see what the moon looks like from the trade. So I thought that video was cool. But members, again, if you have a green name in chat right now, 300%, go check out a lot of the recent videos. I've uploaded 6 videos across the last 6 days, so check that out. We had a double upload Monday, Tuesday, we had an upload Sunday, and an upload Friday, so check that out. I hope you enjoyed, Dondu. Good morning, Randy. Exactly, Daffy. It's right there in the content. You love the stop loss video? Good stuff. I actually was super excited to make that because I remember, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I can picture his profile picture on YouTube. But so one of you asked for me to make the stop loss video, and then a couple of you asked for the sector video. So I was like, whatever, I'm just going to go ahead and make both. What's stopping me? And we didn't stream one of those 2 days that I did that, so it gave me plenty of time to go make all that content real quick. And I don't mean really quick. It still gave me plenty of time to make it with good quality. Probably one of my most profitable strats anyone showed me. In a way, it's simple to understand. It is simple to understand. You know, I would say after you get the basics down of, like, you know, options and all that stuff, and then you put the understanding of how to trade levels behind you. I think the lead test is definitely one of the most simple things. It's not a super hard concept. But only for someone that is, I'm not going to say seasoned, like you have to be a pro, like seasoned in a sense of like you've been around for a little bit. I would say throwing someone that's completely new into it, probably not a super easy task. But it could be made simple. Again, that's why we keep making these videos too, and that's really good for Leland, me, and anybody who's making this content too about the lead tests or anything really. That is the best form of memorization. It's not writing something down or saying it out loud to yourself or doing flashcards or you know, whatever you guys think is the best for memorizing things. The best form of memorizing something is actually reiterating it, repeating it in a sense where you're breaking it down further. You know, that's actually, and what you're doing is you're breaking something up more, and it's making you simplify something. It's making you understand something further than you thought you did. And you might think, like, oh, I'm just repeating something I already knew. Yeah, but by reiterating it and breaking it down further, you're actually showing you do have a better understanding of it. That's that saying where it's like, if you can't explain it to a child, you can't explain it to me. You know, you probably don't understand what you're talking about. So, and that's another reason too, kind of tying back to Leland's video again, the pinned video in the comments, is that's another good example. Is like, that wasn't his first video he's ever made. You know, he's definitely made a fair share of videos now, and he definitely had some bad videos in his time, but you can see that video, 10 out of 10. His breakdown's really good. And it's only through practice that he's been able to break these things down better. But yeah, guys, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Happy to have you all here. Let me know if the music is too loud or not. Should be fine, though. How is everyone doing this morning so far? Any news that I might be missing out on the list here? Any cool events that might have happened that we're not aware of? Any stocks you guys are watching? I know Boo Rock's been posting a ton about AI. I know a couple of you guys have been posting a ton about different little stocks. I know a ton of you guys are probably focused on the hype behind NVIDIA. What's up, Sancho? Did you hear about NVIDIA? No, what happened, man? Let me go look. Nah, for real though, you can't even open your phone without hearing about NVIDIA. Yeah, AMD's in a pretty good spot. Good to hear. Ghost up. What up, Tulip? How you doing, man? Always happy to see your name pop up. B, did you trade GME that one time? No, I've actually... I'll be honest, I don't know if I've ever traded GME. I've been pretty stern behind that one. I'm not really I don't even like doing TA on it. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you saw TA there, but that was from when you guys bullied me to do it. I think NVIDIA made a new high or something. Yeah, try to tell me NVIDIA made a new all-time high without telling me NVIDIA made a new all-time high. GDP incoming, good looks, SF. It's actually already... This is Eastern Standard Time. I should probably like elaborate that. Wait, I might be wrong on that actually. UPST. There's another ones that I saw Budrock mention too. Yeah, UPST's kicking ass. I think I saw their daily chart was, yeah. I was gonna say, oh, that was a couple weeks ago actually. I was gonna say, I remember a big green candle overtaking a couple red candles, and that was the last thing I remember checking. That was one of the first times I saw Budrock post it, and then since then it's just been on the uppity up. They had one little retest from 19.28. Pushed through that high at 24.20s. They even almost hit 30 by the cent. I also shared my SPX link for any of you. Oh wait, I have it on this. I actually have a second screen up for once. Here is the SPX chart for anybody who is wanting it. Yeah, it's EST. I had to triple check that though. No problem, David. It'll bring you a chart that looks like this. I would just go to the 15-minute. I would zoom it out like this. We're probably going to be opening about... wait, where are we at? 414.50. So it'll probably be about... Well, pretty much where this line is. It'll be somewhere around here. Yeah, I'd watch that on the 15-minute. I've been I'll do a really big video. I'll call it like the journey to how I learned the lead test or something, and I'll show you exactly what I did. I even have all the videos that he sent me saved. But he has a couple silent videos that he sent me where I literally just asked him to send me some silent audio videos where he just kind of charts something real quick, and I'd look at it for a bit, and I noticed it's a lot like my system, except he would grab just recent levels. So I would do that from the daily, the hourly, the 15-minute, and he does it with extended hours off. And that's it. Just recent levels. That's it. Everything that looks relevant to you, draw it. And then you go down to the 15-minute, you try to trade it. You know, lead tests, or if you like that, how a level's being surpassed, if you like how the market's opening at a lower level or at a higher level, you know, if you just like buying at supply or demand, that's great too. You can really do whatever you want. But I see it as a really good passive strategy, and that's how you're getting a lot of those bigger percentage gains, is by playing off of those levels. So I was trying to get better at that, but I don't want to leave people out of it. So I'm going to be making a really large video that covers, one, how I learned it all, and then I'll show you all the videos that I went through, and I'll put them in the video. Yeah, be sure to like the stream, everybody. 1.2 million sell in NVIDIA. We'll see if it holds. Oh, appreciate you breaking levels. All right, market's about to open, everybody. Oh, and then kind of a quick little update, piece of information for everybody who saw my announcement the other day talking about potential trade ideas being posted. My boy Daffy posted this test here. So if you see trade ideas posted while I'm streaming, it's probably him. If it's while I'm not streaming, it's probably me or Leland. Where's he at? Right here. Here's my boy. Which, if you guys know Daffy, I shouldn't have to explain who Daffy is. All right, market's about to open, guys. Yep, on that SPX chart, we opened pretty much in the middle of that range I was kind of circling with you guys. All right, let me check chat real quick, make sure everything's getting updated. I see Duke's already updating things. Good, good, good. Newsbots posting, good. OnlyFans now has more than 3 million content creators in its global business, says the CEO. The top two stocks in the S&P 500, Apple and Microsoft, now represent a combined 14.1% of the index, the highest weighting for any two companies, with data going back to 1980. Wow, guys, that's crazy. Again, the top two stocks in the SPY, the S&P 500, Apple and Microsoft, are now a combined 14.1% of SPY, which is the highest weighting of two companies combining in SPY since 1980. That is crazy. I'm going to share that in chat. That's pretty nice. Some cool little stats for you. 22,000% on NVIDIA. Here, I'll leave it on this for a second. I know a lot of you guys are probably wanting to look at this first. And yeah, you can see the SPX chart still coming down. They broke 41, 45, 50. They're coming down to fill that gap. We'll see if they hit 40. If they stop at 41.33, if they're going to push through that and go all the way down to yesterday's close. That's the 15-minute too. Your friend just made $3,500 per contract. I'm happy for anybody who had any kind of gamble on NVIDIA yesterday. Seriously. Happy for you. Happy for your friend. That's crazy. More love, more life, right? Look, This is what I was talking about. Like, nothing is up. It's just tech. Tech's up 2.6%. Healthcare is down 1%. You got comms up 0.5% after pulling back. Financials are down just a hair. Discretionary pretty flat. Yeah, and Netflix is getting murked. You are correct. So far, it is just the open though. First 5-10 minutes, I try to ignore taking any trades. It's more or less just getting information. And if there is a trade taken, you have to understand you are being very, very risky because it's right at the open. Volatility is going to be crazy. Movement's going to be crazy. Or even worse, it isn't crazy, and it just sits sideways and ruins everything. Apple wicking down pretty nice. Very aggressive pullback here on SPY. You guys can see here on that SPX chart, we are almost to that 41.33. I would not be surprised to see a short-term slowdown there. If you see a push through it, expect 41.20, 41.15. SPY going down. I mean, I see this as a good pullback still because this is a pretty good support area. I mean, they could pull back all the way to here technically and still get a good base build and a good bounce out of this. Or we could see a good kind of potential bear flag, any kind of drop base, drop continuation. So we'll see if that ends up happening or not. Wow, insane job, Jack. Good job, SF. Very happy for you. Good job, everybody who is in their own plays on whatever stock that did crazy last night. There was, of course, NVIDIA, AMD, Microsoft. There's a few other ones, but as you guys can see, NVIDIA is up 23% right now, or 22.5% even with a nice pullback. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Hope you guys enjoying some of the updates, some of the information, some of the news updates. Glad to have you all back after our 2-day break. We, of course, just have a normal stream today, but tomorrow we have full day Friday, so be on the lookout for that. I'll try to figure out something else to give away so we can do that cool little wheel. That was kind of fun. Jesus. Someone in chat just turned $104 to 8,600. That's nuts. Sand dollar, wow. Schmeckles got a pretty nice post too. Y'all are nuts. Such a crazy chart. We're gonna be talking about this one for a while. I will add this also, guys. It's also just good to kind of review what levels are being touched and from where and how much. But as you can see, yesterday's open, yesterday's high kind of area. You can see we kind of pushed over it, extended hours, held over it, held over it, held over it. And then here in pre-market, we tested it again, held it with this crazy wick. And this could be where they're heading again for a possible test again, 412.40 area. So keep an eye on that. Oh my god, Daffy, I just saw your SPY swing. Ooh, insane Google profits by LRD in chat. Good stuff. You guys are posting insane trades. Duke got Tesla at 96, Netflix at 204, and mRNA at 102. They're now at 850, 145, and 230. Holy. Good job, Sherman. Good gains. I see you. No, I'm happy for y'all. That's awesome. I know a lot of you guys have been struggling, or not even just struggling, just wanting better results. And I know a lot of you guys have really been striving and working your ass off for it. So it's a really nice feeling that I'm seeing a lot of you guys have today. So it's good. Don't abuse it though. Don't take today's wins and think, oh, everything from here on out will be easy, and then go below it. Don't do that. Good morning, Daniel. Hey, very new beginner here. How do I get my screen to look like yours? I am using Thinkorswim as well. Price action levels come from the left of the chart. Nvidia's like, nah, I'm good. Dude, facts. That's why I had that discussion. If you guys want a discussion on how you should chart Nvidia moving forward until they develop more information on their bigger time frames and their smaller time frames, go back to the beginning of the stream. I broke it down very, very well. What you can do. We also talked about it yesterday in the Discord on Trade Floor. Back to the question though, where someone asked how do they get their TOS to look like mine. I gave you my workspace link. I'm also giving you a video that's public on the channel on how you set everything up. So there you go. Check those two links out though. All right, guys. SPX has filled this little gap here. Again, the drop from that day to this day. Now we've seen a test of that day's open. Now the question is this where we stop? Do we get a short-term slowdown here, or are we going to keep selling off? Are we going to build some sort of drop-based drop pattern here and make it down to the yesterday close here at 41.15, 41.20 area? Kind of a big question here on the 15-minute for SPX. First, and this hasn't even been the first candle close. We still have 5 more minutes on this candle close. This has just been the first 10 minutes of the day, and we've seen a nice pullback. So, really, most scenarios are still very alive. You could still see a very, very aggressive pullback. You could see a really good base build or a short-term bounce that leads into a bigger bounce. This is a very crucial area where either side really could take it. So be very careful here. No problem, so Mike. Glad to help. Morning, Dan. How you doing? I bought AMD a few days ago. I had no clue it would do that. Well, good job, SF. Whatever intuition you had seemed to have been in the right place. Saw this fortune cookie said you got to work hard to be lucky. You do. And people at first think like, oh, that's stupid. That doesn't make sense. But it does make sense. That makes complete sense. You have to work hard to be even given the opportunity to get lucky. If you don't try, how could you even possibly get lucky? You would never even have the chance. Now, I'm not saying shoot for the stars and try to become lucky, but with hard work, those opportunities do rise. So, I like that a lot. Everyone's always like, oh, you're so lucky you got that fat gain. Like with Bernal, somebody was saying, I think somebody said it in chat, like, oh, you're lucky. It's like, it's not lucky. He entered a play he thought he liked. Even if it was a gamble and he knew it beforehand, awesome. Who cares, right? Did he know beforehand it would go up that much? No, probably had zero idea. Even if he did think it'd go up, probably had zero idea it would do that well. And then guess what? Took his profits. Moving on now, enjoying the rest of his day. But if he didn't even attempt it, wouldn't have ever gotten that gain. Is that luck, though? Yes. But there was still some hard work applied to even be given that opportunity. If he was a lazy quitter, he wouldn't even have been opening his chart. was intuition for sure. You're totally quoting Daft Punk. Am I? To win the lottery, you got to make the money to buy the ticket. Exactly. You have to be near water to get wet. There you go. A lot better sayings and analogies then. And yeah, guys, we did get a short-term slowdown right where I said we were around that fill again. This is where one day closed and another opened. So just a little bit of a gap fill there. Price broke through 41.45. Ended up testing that area. Now they're getting a short-term slowdown. Again, that's all we were kind of thinking about. Plus, they're headed towards the third of the 15-minute candle, the final part of that 15-minute candle. We've seen 10 minutes go by. We got 5 more minutes. 2 more minutes, sorry. 3 minutes have gone by since I said that. Get lucky is Daft Punk. Oh. It's just something I've had to learn to like talk about because I feel like a lot of people see other people get gains. And they're like, oh, that's so lucky. It's like, is it though? In some scenarios, do people get lucky? Yes. But they had to work their ass off to even be in that position in the first place. So, I don't like seeing people tell other people, hey, you got lucky. You know, I think they damn well know how lucky they are. But don't tell them that. Selling into the surge up felt good. Talk more about that. Oh yeah, you like selling when there's extrinsic value pouring into your contract? You like that stuff? I will say though, Nvidia's getting a nice bounce here. I should have drawn a fib to see what is a halfway point here, and I didn't know where to draw it from, but I should have just gone from top of supply to the high of that move. And yeah, they are bouncing at a calculated spot again. 365 seems to be a good spot, as well as just a good psychological level. 360, 365. Also, perfect timing to SPY trying to hold above yesterday's open. I showed y'all that SPX 15-minute chart. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Weird how that works, for real. Luck favors the prepared mind. Preach. See, I don't have to explain it to y'all. Y'all already get it. Y'all are breaking it down better than I did. Ooh, good luck, TJS. And Chef B, both of you calling out Tesla. I like the update too, both of you showing where on the chart are they at. It's crazy, like all these stocks are just, You know, you got AMD's kicking ass, you got Microsoft kicking ass. Even with that pullback. Nvidia's still up at a good part of the chart. Then everything else is just like, Google's in a good spot too. I'll give them credit. Man, imagine if Apple was up 23.50% right now. Or Microsoft. Imagine how much more SPY would be up right now. You got to remember, Nvidia is the... I think that's the third weight. Let's look. XOK. Analyze. XOK. Yeah, third. And look, they're less than 5% of SPY. And this is all the damage they did. From here to pretty much here. And this technically had help by Microsoft, Google, AMD. So it's not like it was the only weight that did it either. Man, imagine if that was Apple or Microsoft. Whew. Who knows what level we would have opened up at. We would have probably opened up here somehow. Would have been past 420. Nvidia's king because they said AI the most. They didn't even really say it that many times, actually. What was the number yesterday? Who remembers? It was like 11 or 31, which, again, is still a lot of times. I'm not saying it isn't. But I think Google or somebody said it like 83 times or something. Somebody said it like 70, 80 times. Nvidia didn't even say it close to that amount. Well, this time around, I'm pretty sure previous time around we did hear them mention AI a crazy amount of times. And yeah, potential lead test forming here. Hey, right at my area. We run this AI shit. Nvidia probably. Can we get to 100 likes on the stream on the day back? Who's hyped for full day Friday tomorrow? We get a full day of a stream. As usual, I will try my best to cover as many topics, go over as many charts as I possibly can tomorrow. Of course, we'll try to calmly go over SPY with you guys, cover different scenarios, what to look out for next as the day moves on. But who's hyped for full day Friday tomorrow? Fuh. Potential rejection again at that control point. Are they not even going to want to pass that? Might be seeing a good initial rejection from here. Get it. I have not seen that typed in forever. Oh, as I said it, it flushed. Okay. Alright, well, I guess go make new lows of day. Now, we'll see if they make a higher low here, which 100% of the time will be between the low of the previous, or the low of day, 1, and then 2 where they retested. So, between this area here. If we see them hold this, it could still be good for bulls. If we see them break this, this can be bad, and bears can push a new low of day, and potentially break under the next level outside of this area, which in this case is 412.40 to the downside. Good job, everybody who talked about Lee test before I brought it up. Good job. Good job, Ace. Pointing out that Tom Barkin is speaking. That'd be cool if you could set up like an AI to like, or just something to set up like, hey, highlight this when it pops up, and then when it's this time, highlight it, you know? But guys, that's a 100% test of the lead test. Again, from the double top rejection down here, you should be out full 100% profits, not touching this again. If you have runners, you can leave it for a break or a new low of day and keep a stop a lot lower. I would move your stop down to 413.15, 413.15. If you want to move it lower, you can. Here's the 15-minute SPX chart. You can see filled, wicked, slowed down like I said. Didn't get back above 41.45, and it looks like we're trying to break that next level at 41.32.96. If we can break that, we can move down towards previous day close. I'm going to just keep saying 41.15, 41.20 area, but I want to mention that that is the previous day close. So, wouldn't be surprised if we got a somewhat of a slowdown here and then a continuation down, but again, I always like to point out the first passive target, which is always going to be the low of that bounce. Lead test at its finest, exactly, Alexis. Ooh, good job, Brady. Good job, Mel. You got both people's good stuff. And yeah, I'm not trying to like sit here and be like, oh, did y'all catch that play? Did y'all catch this or that? Like, I'm not trying to do that. It's just I want y'all to see this in real time, so when you start to look for these on your own, you can catch them without my help, without anybody's help. And a lot of you are already doing this. How many of you would say you've gotten a lot better or more confident in looking and trading lead test opportunities? Throw your hand up in chat, drop an emoji, drop some sort of message to let us know. Your favorite place to look for? Good stuff. Of course, it's Leland's favorite. Good, I'm proud to see that. Alright, so now what you're looking for is, do they come back up here and make a lower high? You know, and technically, if you want to be a real tedious, you know, if you want to be real tedious about it, you can really go from this move here to this move here. And this is how you can see, okay, is this a lower high? Or are they going to keep it going? But don't do that if you don't want to get into drawing more fibs and you feel like that's going to overwhelm you. If you're in the beginning stages of the lead test, just keep focusing on getting to the first target. Don't even worry about that yet. This is like stage 2 of this. It's just to kind of help you with how you should view this moving forward. But it looks like we do have a low potential little 3-bar play to the upside possibly here. We shall see. Looks like 413.25 is a good in-between level for them to try and surpass to show they are still in control. 15-minute SPX still, of course, struggling with the 41.33 area. We'll see if they flush that or if we're going to get a short-term bounce here. Alright, let's see if briefing updated yet. It is not. Okay. It will again in 6 minutes, though, so we'll check again. I got emotional thinking about the lead test. What delta do you usually look for, and why? When doing SPX? Because if we're doing another chain, it's a whole other conversation. When looking at SPX, I like to look at between 0.12 to 0.18. That's kind of an optimal range, but 0.15 to 0.20 if you want to keep an easier set of numbers in your head. 0.12 to 0.18 is really good, optimal, but 0.15, 0.20, just good, easy numbers to remember. But those are where delta isn't the most expensive, so it's cost efficient. You're not spending $800 to get a position. And then 2, it's still good enough to get a good move out of it. So for a scalp trader, someone who's looking for an optimal entry, that's perfect. Still doing my best to wrap your head around all the Greeks. If you want more information on Greeks, we have a quiz on it that has a lot more detailed math questions on it too. So it starts to make you realize oh, okay, so this is how this affects this. Which I can send that again, which if you have the course or if you have the YouTube membership, you should have access to that quiz. But that quiz has everything on it. It's amazing. I can also show you a cool little image that helps me a little bit sometimes because sometimes it gets fuzzy. You think you remember it, and then you go back and you're like, wait, do I? And you kind of question yourself. Oh, let me go get that image. That image is super helpful to me. Where's that? Somewhere in here. Greeks. Here we go. So in the free server, where am I at? BB Stocks / Options Academy, free. Go to the Greeks channel under Options Education, and you go back to the top. You can see there's actually a really cool image on Gamma and Delta here. But what are the Greeks? And it has other great explanations, which we made these images here and the images above. And we tried to grab the information that was tedious, and then we grabbed the information that was just all right, this is exactly what it is. Just to not give you some weird explanation that breaks down I feel like when most people try to tell you what a Greek is, they just tell you a small factoid, and then you try to go off of that, and then it's well, hold up, that's not right. So check that out. I would check out that free channel. Anybody can access that. You got an 80? Damn, that's pretty good on that test, because there's a shit ton of questions on that quiz. If you got an 80, that's pretty good, John. Oh, you took it too, Alexis. Good stuff. You took it twice. Ooh. The fact it only took you twice to get it right is impressive, Alexis. Good stuff. That's not an easy test. I made it myself. I know it's not easy. There's 2 questions in there though that are wrong that I need to go fix eventually, but I think everybody seems to be reading past the mistakes. It's good. You're at the 61.8, David, of this move. Okay. I won't even draw it then. I'll take your word. And decisive 15-minute candle at SPX on that 41.33. Damn, good job, people's already posting your trade reviews. Good job, Mel. I'll sell you on the poots. SPX. This is the 1 minute. I was just displaying the lead test. I'm actually about to go back to the 5 and or maybe even the 10 minute. I was just going over this time frame, Jacob, because on the 5 minute we had that pullback, and then we had that slowdown with the buyer candle finally showing up. So we went from here to here, and then we went down to the 1 minute just to kind of see it a little bit easier. Again, that's from here to here. Then that buyer reaction came in, and we saw a rejection, consolidation, and another lower high wick rejection here under that halfway point. Again, just kind of discussed the lead test with everybody, and then within 2 minutes it flushed down to here. Now we're just seeing a slow buy reaction pick it back up. So I was just kind of watching it from here. But this is the 1 minute, the one that you keep seeing me drag over left to right. This is the 15 minute on SPX. Just going off recent levels on the chart link that I shared to everybody. But I'll go back to a bigger time from here in a minute. I was just giving everybody a chance to watch this play out because a lot of people are just enjoying the lead test. So I was trying to give everybody a good, like, continued view of it, I guess. Don't really know what to call it. I see Nvidia's up 25% now. So they're actually trying to get back to today's open. That's definitely helping out. I see AMD's picking up more. They're at 9% again. Microsoft just kind of holding. They're getting a green reaction now too. Apple also. I see other sectors turning green. Remember, financials were slightly red. Discretionary was slightly red. Comms were just kind of flat. These all turned green. Healthcare is the weakest one out of our top 5 sectors. So, a lot of sectors holding. And now we're back to the control point again. So, see if we make a double top here, or we're going to actually get over this and go test the golden pocket. If we can get over it, it can potentially invalidate more seller moves until we go retest today's open. Also, SPX 15-minute, perfectly holding an indecisive candle, filled that gap, indecisive candle. This gives buyers a chance. Like I said, guys, this can help buyers potentially break out. It can also help sellers potentially consolidate before fading further. So keep your eyes on both sides. You can see they're still struggling with that halfway point. Jacob, though, that you were the person that helped me kind of remember to make some of those recent member videos, so thank you for that. Those 2 days I did not stream, that's all I was thinking about was, all right, what other videos can I make now that are helpful? We covered sectors, we covered stop losses, we covered more SPX trades, we covered more lead tests, we covered all kinds of cool information, and then of course Sunday's video having the scenarios and stuff. I hope you members are checking out those videos as much as you can. I know you guys have lives to attend to, so you're not just going to be sitting there watching videos the whole time. But I hope you are taking time to go back and review those. I am probably working my hardest on the YouTube member videos, just because I really do want to give you guys everything I can in that membership. I know it's only $4.99 a month, but I'm treating it like it's like $1 billion a month or something. Holy indecision on Apple. First 30-minute candle of the day. Zoom out, see what we got. Thank you, Zaytoven. Let me go look. I will. I will take your advice. You are correct. Very, very indecisive on the king of the market. Rejection on the queen of the market. And a pretty scary candle here on Nvidia that actually could imply more buyers stepping in if they end up holding this wick here. That's pretty scary. I say scary because it actually gives them a chance of going and testing 400 again, which I know they were about 50 cents off, but that's pretty much just as good. Pretty nice legs on both sides of Netflix, too. They got a bit bigger of a body. Yeah, I've been watching them every time they drop. I appreciate it for real. Thank you, Jacob. I'm glad you like it, man. You Divert. You were another name that popped up a few times. I kept seeing, like, video ideas, and I was like, oh, these guys have good ideas. I should listen to them. I don't know. I'm the type of guy that loves getting, feedback so I can use it to my advantage. I feel like when most people get feedback, they're like, oh, I'm not listening to you. That wasn't my idea. It's like, no, I don't even know you two guys, but y'all had great ideas. That's probably enough videos for this week. I'll probably wait to make more till next Sunday scenario video, and then I'll try to do another in-between week video. But that's a lot of videos. I don't want to overwhelm everybody and then they not watch them at all. So I'll probably leave those there for this week, and then I'll make more next week. But if you guys have ideas, feel free to drop them. For the public channel, I would check out the video that's at the top of the YouTube comment section here. That's the new Leland video. Super, super awesome in-depth breakdown. Probably his best video yet now. As well as probably one of his best trades yet. As well as the new scalp trading movie that I posted, guys. It's about a 2.5-hour movie, kind of going down from an account where we started with just a little bit, and we almost 100%ed it in about 23 days. It was under a month. But it shows every trade. It has the trade log. You can even go into the bio of that video. There's a second trade log link there for you that's blank, ready for you to go edit and mess it up and customize it and keep it all for yourself. Yo, thank you, Sandollar. Another $4 donation. You in the number 4. I appreciate it. Sandollar's donations pay for the hamsters' food that run my computer. Another nasty double rejection at the 50% again. Are they going to lead this back down to 412.86? SPX 15-minute also stuck inside of these two levels. And yeah, Tesla selling off more. Good call out. Drop base, drop base, drop. Got 2 drop base drop patterns in a row. Another rejection on SPY against that area. We'll see if they actually try to pull away from them like they did here on the second rejection. Ooh, okay, nice, Sandollar. May has been a very good month. Thank you all for your support and assistance. Anytime, Sandollar. We're all just happy for you, man. Seriously. Guys, we did end up getting that pullback like I was kind of intending. We got another kind of just 1 rejection, 2 rejection, pullback. Right here again, we got 1 rejection, 2 rejection, pullback. Again, I set a higher level, though, this time. Not here. See, first time, Most likely going here, or you're making a higher low. This time, you either go down here, which is very unlikely, or you make the higher low. Again, for this to happen, if it's happening the third time, they're probably making the new low. But here's the higher low at 412.86. Again, the rule of 3 stepping in. Alright, so since we've had 2 tests of it, I think I am just going to delete this. And we're going to zoom back out to the 5 or the 10 minute. We're just going to keep switching back. But guys, we do have a potential continuation, though, of that lead test. Again, don't forget about that. That's still a potential lead test on the 5 minute, potentially pulling away from this. If we can get a new low, this could be a very nasty flush coming in. If they can build some base here, we might have to consolidate here for a little while. We might have a little bit of boring trading going on. And yeah, stuck between 41.32, 41.45 50s. On the XPX chart that we were talking about. Good looks, Julian. Good job, you got served, yo. AKA Sinful. Okay, guys, I was wrong. I was given incorrect information yesterday. I apologize to Sinful. NVIDIA said the word AI 105 times on its Q1 earnings call. 105 times. 105 times. Man. Oh, good stuff, Sinful. 36% on your tweets are good. Looks like Misi at the same time got 27%. Yeah, and it went up 105. Yeah. $1 for every AI word, literally. That's kind of what that felt like. $1 for every time you say the word AI. Might be getting a nasty pullback here. SPX 15 minute not looking good if we crack 41.3296. A new low of day on SPY will not be good. A break of 412.40 can bring a test of what was the next level under? I know we have 410, 411.50, 411. Yeah, that's the next level, 411.50. Yeah, new low probably incoming here. See if they hold it. They do still have a chance. I'm not trying to like be biased or anything, but with how SPX is looking, it's not looking too hot. Amazing call on that rule of 3. Thank you, Leland. Appreciate you. It means so much coming from you, Master. 20 V-Bucks for anyone who gives me a new AI. Like I said, V-Bucks. We're not even talking real money anymore. Just V-Bucks. SPX 15 minute trying to make that new low of day. SPY still above 412.40s. It's getting down to the wire. Give me a second, peoples, and I'll go over it. There's actually the rule of 3, the rule of 5, the rule of 7. There's multiple. It's all just psychological whole number, logical thinking, really. I wouldn't think too deep on it. But I'll go over it. You can also go back in the stream, too, when I was covering that Lee test, and I'll go over it again. But the Lee test right there showed a perfect rule of 3 there. Volume on the 1 minute is fading. Does that mean anything? It could mean that we're about to get a good pop soon. See if we get a good pop or drop. Bigger move coming soon. Volume squeezing. Tesla's going to just break anchored VWAP. Still watching that SPX 15 minute at the same time watching this with y'all. You can see. Both at a very crucial area on their chart. So here's your rule of 3, people. It's just kind of, so think about it as just like a psychological whole number type subject. Again, logical thinking. I would never actually draw this on your screen. Don't try to confuse yourself. But you see how we came down this first time, and then we caught this, and we're like, all right, guys, look for your lead test. And we came up, and we hit it once. All right, so we got 1, right? And then we got our lower high. So we have 1 rejection, 1 lower high, right? You come back up here, we have a second rejection. With a third rejection, and it makes another lower high, just like this one did. So in the same attribute of this creating that lower high and then pulling down, this did the same thing. But what did it do, though? We came up once, twice. On the third time is when we decided to pull back. And so on the third time, why I say you shouldn't aim for this target, on this third pullback you should aim for the 412.86, because this is the higher low. This is where it's higher probability where that bounce can possibly come in at, or where the new low is going to come in at. So you know either way, this is going to have to be tested, so that's why that's the perfect target. But a rule of 3 is just a psychological thing. You know, it goes up once, all right, 2, all right, 3, all right, it's going to have to make a move now. And this is the same thing that applies for a rule of 5. If you see something hit a resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, on that 5th time, it either is going to have to break out, or they're going to have to make the decision and finally flush it down further than just whatever size amount of pullback you've been seeing on it. Yeah. Don't think about it too deep, though. I see some people get caught up on that. They're like, oh, it has to be 3 times. Like, no. But it helps me kind of think about things because I see 1, 2, 3 rejections. Awesome. I see that we had, you know, kind of a flat top there, but you get the better sell-off from the lower high. It's just kind of another thing to kind of add into your analysis as you're looking at it. Whoops. All those sectors that turned green went back red again. You can see discretionary flushed. Financials are flat. Comms are flat. Healthcare still just red. They didn't really pull back more. And tech still just holding up very nice. We got sectors all over the place. Good job, Daffy. I just saw your Tesla review on trade floor. Good stuff, dude. 77%, damn. Clean, too, for that fill. I like that gap fill. Another great review posted by Peoples. Testing that lower level, failing to flush it so far. SPX 15 minute not looking too hot as they're trying to stay under 41.32.96. SPY wicking back up off of 412.40. The needed level to break to flush further lower. Still no flush under 41240s. We are still holding under 4132.96 on SPX. Still looking kind of top heavy, like sellers are still in control, but no new bigger flush yet to really kind of give that confident push. Yeah, I mean 4100 is kind of the ultimate level. If you go to the SPX chart, you can see it's kind of where we sold off to yesterday when we dumped, and then we kind of build base. It was pretty much right above 4100 the entire time. So that is essentially the better level to see a bigger flush under. I'm more or less just speaking in short term. Only a couple scenarios in front of us right now. Short-term buyers stepping in at support. SPX putting in another very indecisive candle at support. So no flush yet. What do you think of Amazon here bouncing off support? I have a bigger time frame level here, but I wouldn't say it's a bounce. I would more or less just say it's a buyer reaction because I did just sell off, so it makes sense that they would finally get some buyers stepping in. Tesla seems to be getting it at the same time, so it's not like Amazon's doing it alone. Discretionary also at a bigger time frame level. So I would say it's sector related. Sector related, and why Amazon is getting a bounce here. Their entire sector is at a bigger time frame support. Tesla's at a pretty nice support, which also belongs to them. They're now bouncing into resistance, and then same thing for Amazon at a pretty big level from their bigger time frame. So I'd say that's sector related. That seems to be the case for SPY right now, right here. Everyone's like, why are we bouncing randomly? We're not bouncing randomly. We're at a pretty good level here. It makes sense to get a short-term bounce here. You could still get a sell-off from here. You could get a really nice bounce and this lead us back into this range today. You know, we don't know. Look at the SPY 30-minute candle. It's at the crucial support of yesterday open for the low of it. High is at the rejection spot, and now it's just a halfway candle with no identity of where it wants to go. We're approaching that lower high lead test spot. I'm going to watch it on the 1 minute. If we break above it, probably getting a good pop here to at least 413.75. Secondary would be 414.25 area. If we end up rejecting here, could be getting a test of today's low again, and then we'll see can we make a new low of day, or if we're just going to continue to base out to the right. And yeah, be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. We're only 10 likes away from 100 likes. There's been over 100 of you in here for a while now. Just need 10 more. Could be bullish engulfing on 15-minute SPY. Good looks, good looks. Jump out, see. Could be. We did get that lower start. I'm more or less on the one to see if we keep rejecting this blue area, and then I'll switch over to another time frame. For real. Imagine not liking the stream. For real, it's a button. You get to click it. Who doesn't like clicking buttons? It's so crazy looking up at the top left of your screen and seeing a video up 25%. You're like, that can't be right. No, it's right. You're like number 98. You're so cute. Alright, so if we reject this, we're finally going to get a pop over. Again, guys, I'm pretty much just repeating myself at this point. There's nothing new to update yet. The analyst thought Nvidia earnings was a typo. I bet. They're probably like, that can't be right. 11 billion, that can't be right. 1 quarter, 11 billion, no way. There was just no way. They did pull back again from that area. Well, yeah, I'm saying now let's see if we do something, because I've already 60,000 times repeated what scenarios are in front of us. I'm just waiting for any of them to happen now, besides just trading to the right. It's funny, you repeat that, but if I was to ask you, could you repeat the up or down plan, 90% of you probably couldn't repeat it to me because you haven't been listening. Sad reality. What do I think can happen today? And I think more people are really just impressed today with the tech pump today. Again, tech might only be up 2.6%, but it does not reflect the impressive push Nvidia's had, and that they've held a good majority of it too. I think that's more impressive. Is not the fact that they jumped up to 400. The fact that they're actually holding above 370, 375 area for a good while is more impressive to me. The fact that Microsoft too, you know, they're not up 60% or 20% like Nvidia, but they are up in holdings. That's a good sign. Apple, as you can see, not necessarily doing that today. So you can see just because they're in tech doesn't mean they have to go up. Apple, again, is showing that's not true. AMD's up. They're not a huge weight, but just kind of cool to see that they're well above 100 again, not just slightly above 100. I mean, they're at damn near 120 now. So pretty cool. I think that's more impressive than the fact that they even jumped that much. It's more or less the fact that they made it to these spots and can hold for a little bit instead of just getting up here and completely spiking back down instantly. You know, at least there's some stability at open. I think that's more impressive. SPCE, please tell me you're kidding. How are they doing? I haven't seen that chart in forever. I'm pretty sure they sold themselves, actually. Nope, I'm thinking of a different company. There is a larger space company that just sold themselves to Rocket Lab. I could have swore it was Virgin Galactic, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it would say it here. It's not saying it. Hold on, let's go see. Who did they just get? Oh, Virgin Orbit. That's why that got me. It's another big company they just got. Okay, maybe it was Virgin Orbit. I keep seeing it everywhere. Okay. But yeah, that's the impressive space company, Rocket Lab. Them, SpaceX, NASA. Those are really your three main groups of people really working together for the space exploration and just kind of going back out. The moon. They're trying to go to Mars. They're trying to go to Venus. They're trying to do a whole lot of things. And each one of them believe in something different too. Like NASA, they like all of them agree to go back to the moon. Now I don't think a single one of them disagree with that. Where they disagree is when you go beyond the moon. Some of them think, oh, we need to be going to Venus. We can set up these things to live here. Put some scientists there to kind of study the planet more. And then there's this side of the spectrum where it's like Elon and Tesla and SpaceX. They want to go to Mars. And then you got this company. Well, they want to go to this planet. You know, every company beyond the moon wants to go to a different planet, but everyone does agree to at least go to the moon. So that's at least one good thing. Yeah, Space Force. I think the Space Force is a pretty good idea. I just think it's silly that's like not going to be as important until down the line. But it's smart to open up lines of communication and across multiple countries. You know, kind of like the whole like nuclear thing. You know, everyone's always like, oh, nukes this, nukes that. It's like, yeah, but we have an open line of communication with us and Russia. You know, it's not like if a nuke gets launched, nobody's going to hear about it. Like, no, we're going to definitely hear about it. It's the same thing with space. It's kind of nice to have these things talked about in open line of communication. Same thing with AI. Like everyone's just kind of coming together, making sure we at least have open lines of communication in case of, you know, D-Day happening or just the worst thing that could ever happen. So I think that's kind of your median there for that. No problem, Wag. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you and whoever else that is posting in the YouTube member Discord. Whoever's doing the posting in there, thank you guys again. I saw Spicy Pepper, I saw Wag Trader, and then there's a third person in there I saw posting too. Whoever it is, thank you. But yeah. I get all kinds of good feedback from other members saying, wow, thank you for telling other members to post in here. Reading their trades helps me out a lot, so trust me, when you guys go in there and you post a chart that you think is just your idea or that was a trade you've taken and you're just reviewing it, you might think you're just sitting there reviewing it for yourself, but you're probably helping someone else out a lot that is too scared to ask questions or too scared to kind of reach out and talk to everybody. You know, someone who's just engaging from the shadows, you know, you're helping out a lot of people and you don't even know it. Looks like they want to try to get a bigger pop to the upside here on SPY and SPX. If they can push this, should be getting a test of 414. On SPX, you could be getting a test of 4142.70. If they reject this, should be getting a consolidation here between this area and the low of day. If we can break low of day, we could get a flush towards 411.50, 411, and 410. And remember to drink water 100%. I actually just had a swig. Nice push, possibly invalidating this bearish area. Holding the low, getting a good pop, going to retest halfway point, like I said, possibly testing 41.42 here. They invalidated the area. They're testing supply again. I might leave it here for a second to see if they give us a retest to move higher, or if they're just going to keep pushing this rally here through this area. A swig. Oh god, not 411.50 again. Yeah, I know you're probably tired of hearing me saying some of these numbers. I'm just glad to be away from 400.61. That was getting insane. 400.60s. I remember saying that 100 times over. Ooh, good post by Wag in the trade results channel. And DX Mac, adding on to what Peoples was posting too. Good stuff. Charlie got a good post in there on his Tesla 3-bar play. Jay got a good scalp in there. D-Touch got a good post in there too. It's nice to see everybody posting. Alright, well they gave us that test. I'm just going to go back to the 5-minute. They gave you that test though in the 1 minute, so Bulls do have a chance to try and actually break this here. See if they reject it. Might get a screenshot for chat. Well, one of the scenarios I talked about, they ended up holding the low. Pretty much made it to that 41.42.72 I talked about with you guys. Kevin Hearn, who leads the blah blah blah, said on Thursday he believed a deal to raise the nation's debt ceiling was likely by Friday afternoon. Hopefully, hourly SPX getting close to a nice hammer. And yeah, buyers are still pushing through, very nice. And then he said the hourly. Yeah, not bad. Holding a good key area too. An area where you would say is resistance turn support would be a very nice spot. 41240 key area. They still have plenty of room to 414.25, so you can see buyers up to that, and they still get a nice rejection. So don't jump ahead of yourself right now. This right here, I kind of see this entire area right here as a just don't effing touch it type area. Because right there is where decisions are being made. Yeah, we have no idea if it'll close above or below anything. No point in trying to guess. It is smart, though, to point out scenarios in front of yourself, so when it does happen, you're not sitting here going, wow, how did I not see that? Or slapping yourself, you know, mad, like, oh, if only I would have thought about it. But yeah, definitely not good to sit here and do any guesswork. That's definitely not what you want to do. Then you end up buying calls every time a green candle pops up. You buy puts every time a red candle pops up. And the next thing you know, you're down like, you know, $10,000 that day, and you don't even understand why. You don't even understand how you lost. You just know you lost a bunch of money, and that it was hectic, chaotic, confusing, painful. He's just like me for real. 15-minute SPX working past 41.42s. Past this, I don't have much to talk about. I pretty much would not touch it in between here unless you get a rejection and then a lower high from here, and then you can take a lead test from there. Until that happens, do not jump into shorts. And if we get a good push over this, this could be a good short-term confirmation that buyers do want to try and take us past 41.50 into the 41.55 area. On SPY chart, that looks like they need to break 414.25 and today's open to make it past pre-market high into the higher 415 levels. So you can see there's a lot more testing that needs to be done. And that's why I jumped out to that 30-minute and the hourly to show you guys we are in a range where it's pretty much don't touch it, because we're in a spot where it's either sellers are taking us down and rejecting an old support to keep us in range, or buyers are going to go back up and hold above this area to keep us out of range. See you later, Diver. Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for dropping a like on the stream. Appreciate you. Tech at the next major level near 158.86, 159 basically. Healthcare just basing. Calm slowdown after a pop off of their lows. Financials are just consolidating. Discretionary and comms are kind of doing the same thing, kind of just slowing down finally after a pop from their lows. We'll see if this leads us to back into the bottom of range. We'll see if this pops and gets us back to 414.25. Bigger time frame, we're also in an even tinier indecisive spot. Remember, guys, tomorrow is a big day. We have a lot of news coming out tomorrow. Full day Friday, so really big day. Who's all going to try to be there tomorrow? Misa. Wakey, wakey. Oh, thank you, Leland. You're the first person to use them, I think. There are new... Dude, I completely forgot about them. I added them yesterday. There are 2 new emojis for YouTube members. I was just trying to test. I made them on my own because I didn't know how they were going to look. But I made those myself. Got a red candle and a green candle. There you go. Yeah. It's kind of hard to tell, but they look alright, I guess. It was either do it like that or I could put a white background, but I think the white background looks worse. Look at what Noxta did. Same thing, right? I want candlesticks. We have candlesticks at home. What Noxta posted is what the candlesticks look like at home. Green candlestick, and then his name's literally Green Candlestick. That's funny. Give me some more ideas though, and I'll add some today. Give me some more ideas for new emojis, and I will add them here for y'all. I can add a few more. We have a ton, actually. I didn't realize that the more members you get, the more emoji slots you unlock. Apparently, you only get like 5 or 6. We have 17 of them, so we have a lot of extra slots available. So if you guys give me some ideas, I'll add them in there. But guys, I'm going to try to keep the stream short today. I'm going to end it here. I know. Didn't stream for 2 days. Now we're ending it early. But tomorrow we have a full day stream, so you're gonna have 7 hours of me tomorrow, 6.5 to 7 hours of me tomorrow. So we will talk more then. Hopefully we can go over some sectors. Make sure to ask questions about sectors. Tomorrow we'll go through some levels. We'll go through types of trading entries. Remind me tomorrow. I want to go through the trading strategy channel with a lot of you. I think a lot of you guys need to just really review that again. Here you go, VC. It's there one more time for you. But I will see you guys tomorrow. We have a full day tomorrow. Feel free to tune into the Discord. Again, it's free to join the Discord and just kind of talk, discuss, engage with everybody. You don't have to be any kind of paying member to be here. You can if you want. There are memberships. But again, I don't like to promote it that way. If you want to, that's all you. But you don't have to be. You can join in here, watch the trade results, watch all the information come out. But I'll see you guys later on. Again, have a great rest of your day.